typo still. Oh, it goes sideways well, let's just say that. Right guys, today you join me from the driver's seat of an 8-foot tall Mitsubishi Shogun. Eagle-eyed viewers will remember this truck from about 2 years ago, I think. I visited this truck first off, relatively standard, but now it's far from standard, let's just say that. So let's take this for a drive and see what it's like on the public roads to drive an 8-foot Mitsubishi Shogun. Let's do this. So although I'll link the original video to this truck in the description below, it's changed quite a lot, but the base of the truck is, it is a 1995 Mitsubishi Pajero. It's imported about 2005, 2.8 litre turbocharged diesel engine. It has had a 5-inch lift. So it's had a 2-inch body lift and a 3-inch suspension lift, which means that it's really hard to get in, basically. That's what this means. It is absolutely massive. When you are in the driver's seat, it towers over a Transit. I am eye level with the top of a Transit right there. It's so big. You come up to buses and you're sort of the same height as the top of the bus. It's quite hilarious to drive, really. It's, you know, completely changed the characteristics of how you drive and how it feels to drive one of these Pajeros. It also now has 15-inch by 10-inch wide wheels with big 35-inch tyres on it. Although it's a bloody good bit of fun, well, it does mean it wallows quite a lot being so high. You know, 8 foot basically this thing is now, and the steering is vague at best, I think the word is, but I think that's part of it. It's all a good laugh. You know, putting big tyres and jacking a truck right up, you're gonna get these sensations. Coupled with the lift and the bigger tyres and wheels, we also have 11 PSI running through the turbocharger and a straight through exhaust system, so it does make one hell of a racket. As you can see, it's had a couple of cosmetic changes, mainly being the graffiti painted bodywork now. It's in a sort of purpley violet colour, commandeered from your local Halfords. But we're going to try and find a little bit of off-road. Unfortunately, around my area, all of the byways that you would usually take one of these down are all closed at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. I'd love to actually see the off-road capability of this truck and what it's been transformed into, especially is the clearance, and you know, you've still got your low ranges and everything. It would be fantastic off-road, but that doesn't mean we can't go and have some fun in it. So let's find a nice little place to go and enjoy this, shall we? Right, we're going to take it into a little car park, give it a little bit of off-road. With this ground clearance though, you could pretty much go wherever you fancy. Off-road, in a car park, yeah! Nice big bit of water here. Takes it with absolute ease there. Now the ride is still comfortable considering how tall and how much, you know, modification has been done to the actual chassis, I suppose, for this truck. It's still very comfortable, seats are still comfortable, the interior is very nice, the heating works fantastically. But as you do go down the dips and, you know, use the off-road capabilities, I think, it's still got a very supple ride, which is one of those things I found last time, is it's very comfortable, and I don't think it was supposed to be comfortable. It's, you know, supposed to be in the middle, but I thought I was more surprised at how comfortable this truck really was. And again, even with 5 inches of lift, it's still very, very comfortable in here, very capable as well. We're in rear wheel drive mode still. Oh, it goes sideways well, let's just say that. Very impressive with the amount of steering angle you still have with these tyres on as well. Very, very impressive turning ability. I mean, that's full lock, no rub whatsoever on these big 35-inch tyres. So guys, I'm battling the wind and the rain, but let's have a quick look round this Mitsubishi Pajero. Now, from the last video, you guys remember the 2.8 litre turbocharged diesel engine. This is the extended model, so it's a little bit longer at the back. Many modifications has happened since then. We have a 2-inch body lift. We have these bigger 15-inch by 10-inch wheels with the 35-inch tyres. Make a huge difference to the actual presence of this truck. So much higher and wider than the last time we visited it. To get this height out of the truck, you've also flipped the top ball joints on this, and the torsion bars have been adjusted as well. It has a straight through exhaust system straight out the back, so it's nice and loud when you do come on to boost. It's running 11 PSI this one now as well. Still rocking the big Safari sort of roof rack just at the top there with a new light bar on the front. It also has a snorkel on the front of this, so you can go wading through the water if you so wish to. From around this side, you still have the ball bars on the front, obviously used through off-roading to, you know, push stuff past the headlights. Got such a cool presence, this truck though. I do really like the purple violet paint as well. That was a graffiti paint option from Halfords. It's easy to spray a 4x4 if you're using it and abusing the paintwork. It's easy to have sort of a graffiti paint style paint job. Makes it a lot easier to keep tidy. Come around the back of the truck as well, you do have this ladder. We don't have a spare tyre on this one at the moment. It does have some bigger reversing lamps as well. It is also rocking one of the old school Follow Your Dreams logos, which are coming back to the shop very soon, and a Diamond Cross logo just on the back there. Coming into the cabin though, it has seat covers on this one as well this time round, but it does have the sort of plush, very nice interior in this one, sort of a cloth Alcantara feel. It does have a dish steering wheel now as well. Coming into the back of the truck as well, you do have a lot of room in this. My seat is in, you know, my sort of further back position, so you still have more than enough leg room. Cup holders as well. It also has the buttons for the heating and cooling of the rear of the cabin, and just going back there, you do have the rear seating as well. I think if you are in the market for a Pajero, especially the ownership side, diesel, yeah, if you're going to whack the pump right up, it's going to drink fuel. You know, you're going to get a sub 20 mpg figure, but that's what you get for a sort of older truck like this. Another thing to note is that they are relatively cheap. You can modify them and they can get, you know, relatively expensive, but I think but I do think you can have one of these on the cheap if you really wanted to. I do see a lot of these at, you know, events, off-road events. Absolutely covered in mud now. You do see these at a lot of off-road events, and you can sort of see why. They're very capable as a standard truck, but if you are going to modify them in any way whatsoever, they do become unbelievably capable. If you're going to jack it up, you know, whack the boost up and stuff, you have very capable cheap-ish off-roader. One thing I do have to point out is the lift means you can see right round the truck. Even, you know, the mirrors are proportional, you know, they're not too bad, but you can actually see width very easily. You can see exactly where the truck is going. The little Japanese mirror down there, you can see the front of the car and the side coming down. So maneuverability is not compromised with the jacking up of this truck. Okay, so I didn't get it on camera, but I nearly fell over trying to get the beauty shots for you guys. It is so wet outside, but I'm having so much fun in this thing, honestly. Off-roading, or being in a car park field thing going sideways, is actually a right laugh. the truck back onto the road. Now, I drive a vast array of cars, you guys know that, and I always like to bring, you know, something a little bit different and quirky to the channel. Something that maybe you guys can afford and, you know, experience yourselves buying and, you know, modifying one of these and then going having a laugh in it like I have today. It's absolutely terrible weather. It is so windy, rainy, and usually any other shoot I'd call this straight off, but where it's wet, you can have a bit of fun in these trucks, and you take it to, you know, a closed course, let's say, or, you know, a field where you're allowed to do things in there, you can have an absolute riot. It's just so enjoyable for me to jump in, you know, a 4x4 and slightly experience a style of, not necessarily off-roading, because that's not really what we've done today, but, you know, just blasting around a field sideways in an 8-foot Mitsubishi Shogun. So I must say a massive shout out to Menel, the owner of this truck. Big thank you to him for letting me take this modified Shogun out for a little drive and a little bit of a bash today. And if you guys haven't noticed yet, I am rocking the new FYD t-shirt in military green. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, it's with Fujimala's Evo. They are available right now on the website. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support, and I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers, guys.